Wrestling fans, thanks for clicking today's Doretta D. Rose report. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Oh, I hate to live in Oklahoma right now. Well, every summer, I guess. But, hey, on WWE's website, they had a most ridiculous rivalries list of top 10s. One of them, I couldn't figure out why this was on there. And one of the callers on the info line, he told me. It was Al Snow versus Big Boss Man. I thought, well, what's so odd about that? Anyway, the guy called and told me today, he says, well, they had at the end of the match, it was called, I guess the match was called Hell in a Kennel match. And man, I don't remember this. I'm going to have to look it up and watch that thing, I guess. But I guess at the end, somewhere along the line, Big Boss Man stole Al Snow's Chihuahua. And at the end of the match, I guess he cooked it. I don't know, man. That's just, oh, no wonder WWE beat WCW so bad. Anyway, all right, this don't want you to tell nobody because I'm going to keep it a secret myself. WWE published an article explaining why Big Show's absence from WWE television is going on. Here's a little little excerpt from the article, a little short thing. He says, Big Show says, I've got an ironclad contract. He was being interviewed on the phone. Anyway, he screamed through the phone. He says, I'll take time off when I want, as long as I want, and do as I want. I don't care if Booker T likes it or not. I'm a giant. I don't do what other people tell me to do. They do what I tell them to do. Ironclad means I answer to no one. That includes Booker T or anyone else in WWE management. But now look, don't tell nobody, but Big Show's actually, he's got a hurt shoulder. That's why he's off. Shh. All right, Chris Sabin, by the way, I don't know if you guys caught Slammiversary last night. If you did, let me know, what you thought, how you thought the pay-per-view, up, down, middle. Hey, Chris Sabin, anyway, had his head stitched up because of kind of a hard hit during the X Division title match for the X Division Championship at Slammiversary. And TNA wrestling officials, they were pleased with the outcome of Slammiversary. The company president, Dixie Carter, stated the following on Twitter: so proud of every single member of TNA. What a great Slammiversary pay-per-view, top to bottom. Thanks to the best fans in the world, best is yet to come. Well, all I can say, Dixie, if you got the best is yet to come, why not just go ahead and bring it? Bring it, put it out there. We need it now. We don't need the best that's coming. If you know what it is, put it out there. You need the ratings now, not tomorrow. All right. I'm done for that. Prior to the match with his match with Kurt Angle at Slammiversary, AJ Styles, by the way, did debut a new theme song, Evil Ways by Blue Saraceno. I'm not familiar with that group. And I'm not familiar with the song, so every time I hear that song, I'm wondering, who the hell's coming out? Where's AJ? Anyway, hyping this summer's State of Impact Wrestling episodes on Spike TV, the biggest summer ever in the history of the 9-year program. TNA Wrestling Dixie Carter touted on Twitter that soon the arrival of a big free agent signing. Well, see, I thought that was supposed to have been last night. The whole show went by, and they had the Hall of Fame announced, but I don't know. I thought it was supposed to have been last night. So anyway, on social media network, two-time world champion Bill Goldberg immediately squashed the possibility of joining the Nashville-based promotion. He says, I'm telling you now, it would never happen. He said in response to a user asking him whether he's the individual in question. The same Twitter user then wrote, thank God for that. I'd quit watching Impact Wrestling, and Bill Goldberg quit back. Yep, you and the 4 other people would too. Ain't that's just terrible. Anyway, then this goes on a little bit. It says, a few months after Hulk Hogan's arrival in TNA, the legendary grappler claimed that Bill Goldberg was in negotiation to join the organization. Goldberg, however, debunked the claim, stating in the TulsaWorld.com He says, pardon my French, but Hulk Hogan's full of crap because I never negotiated with TNA. Alright, here's some really good news. WWE has currently hired a new creative writer. This person would be responsible for building the TV scripts along long-term story developing lines with characters, backstories for new talent. WWE is requiring this person to have experience in either reality TV sitcoms or character-based non-fiction. It says they're hiring. Oh, they haven't got him yet. They're looking for somebody. Here I am. I don't write very good, but I sure can type. On a related note, apparently WWE's writing team is under major stress right now with the feeling that there's a good chance this week's Raw rating won't be good. And it won't. They got a big ball game tonight. Big ball game. I think it starts at, 8:30 our time. Whew. Let's see how the ratings start out at 8 o'clock and then 9 o'clock. So anyway, things didn't get any better when they realized they were going up against the 7 o'clock game of NBA Eastern Conference Finals tonight. But I think maybe the pre-game crap goes on. But anyway, Glenn Jacobs, Kane. He's going to be speaking June 13th at the Campaign for Liberty meeting at Logan's Steakhouse in Nashville, Tennessee. The event is free, open to the public. Kane's main topic is being opposed to the internet sales tax. He's been on a rampage of that for a while, but don't know if there's any free steak going on. Getting in there, that's free to meet him. John Cena's family was in attendance for last weekend's live event in Manchester, New Hampshire. After Cena defeated Ryback in the main event, he brought his niece into the ring. Cena says his niece had asked him to see Uncle John wrestle. This led to a big Uncle John chant from the crowd. Crowds chant anything. Yell fart. They'll be anyway, and I hope nobody takes them up on all that either. Fart. Wouldn't that be awful in a enclosed? Anyway, tonight's WWE Raw is taking place at XL Center, Hartford, Connecticut. World Championship. Believe it or not, champion's supposed to be there and likely to return, but won't be wrestling probably until he's cleared. I don't think he's been cleared yet, so he's just going to be kind of hanging around and starting trouble. Tonight's show is going to be against, of course, like I said, major competition. It's Pacers taking on Miami Heat, and that's the final. What else have I got here? No matches being announced for tonight's show, but Ryback taking on Cena is being advertised locally. And WWE is focusing on these talking points for tonight. Will John Cena be out for retribution on Ryback? Can Curtis Axel score win number 3 this week? What's Fandango's next move? Probably to the right. And in the locker room, finally serve justice to the Shield. And where's Punk? We're going to find out. Steve Austin today, by the way, is recording a new podcast with Lance Storm, which would be a good one. And WWE Hall of Famer Tony Atlas was visiting last night's WWE live event in Augusta, Maine. And Hall of Famer Bob Backlund, he appeared in the lobby of the arena before last night's event in Poughkeepsie, New York. Backlund was greeting fans and signing autographs as they enter the arena, which I think on retired wrestlers, that is one of probably the main thing they really thrive on. I don't know whether he did it for, whether he was paid, whether he did it for free, but that's got to be just heartwarming. Hey, Bret Hart relayed his frustrations with the late brother Owen Hart's exclusion from WWE Hall of Fame in recent interviews with 660 News. I guess it's a Calgary-based radio station. He says, it's time that he be remembered. He was a great wrestler, and fans around the world remember Owen every day, and they ask me every day about him. It's kind of childish, he says. I don't know why they say childish, but anyway, Hart noted on the radio station that he was considering writing a book chronologically the life of Owen, who died on May 23rd, 1999 at WWE pay-per-view within the equipment malfunction, and occurred during his entrance from the rafters at Kemper Arena, Kansas City, Missouri. F4W Online reported that last November some of the WWE employees have been lobbying for Hart to be enshrined this year's Hall of Fame induction ceremonies, which are going to be taking place April 6th, Madison. Well, this year, last year, let's say now, at April 6th, Madison Square Garden. The enshrinement did not materialize, and may not ever because of his widow Martha Hart would not allow it, according to brother Smith Hart. But because she blames wrestling business, because she says it's entire, she blames the wrestling business, period, for his death. Doesn't, say anything about the equipment, the air, whatever happened. But she is the sole owner of his estate. And with Martha Hart, there will never be a way, perhaps his kids may eventually make the choice, but that's at least 20 years in the future. In April, though, Martha Hart reached a settlement with WWE in the lawsuit over the royalties of the use of her husband's images. Terms, however, were not disclosed, so we just don't know what the terms are. But I tell you what, if she gave any, he'd be in the Hall of Fame this year, next year. All right, last night's live event. Following AJ Lee's loss to the Diva champion Caitlyn, Dolph Ziggler came to console her. And Ziggler said that the doctor did not clear him to wrestle, but he was going to be watching Big E defeat Alberto in a no DQ match. I guess talking about tomorrow. Well, today now. And during Langston versus Del Rio, both Ziggler and AJ were ejected from ringside after interfering. Oh, that was last night's live event. Didn't say where they were. Oh, well, got it confused there a second. But now I'm all right. Hey, I'll be really all right as soon as I get off here. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I got to go.